Hey there, Steve Krivda here, and the question of the day is, how can I increase consumer engagement when I'm presenting my product, service, or opportunity? Or, in other words, how can I keep my people's attention on what I'm presenting? Well, if you stick with me for a couple minutes here, I'm going to share with you 2 tips that's not only going to keep their attention, but that get them emotionally involved in whatever you're presenting. So, speaking of emotion, that leads us right into tip number 1. We have to understand why that person would need our product, service, or opportunity. So having a conversation, having a pre-set up conversation with them, not saying a pre-set up as in a scripted conversation, but setting it up prior to even opening the flip chart or breaking out a napkin or however you present, but understanding their why. Is it time freedom? Is it financial freedom? Is it your product like travel, or is it a health product? Whatever it is, we have to figure out why they would even need our stuff. And then when we do that, what we can do is we can gear our setup. You have to set up your presentation. So we have to gear our setup around that why, around their why. Okay. So, and I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a second here. Number 1 is to create it around their emotion, not necessarily ours, which is actually going to lead us to the opposite end of the spectrum, which is tip number 2 is, we have to have belief in what we're doing. We have to have passion, okay? Because once we understand why they would need our product, service, or opportunity, they have to have belief in us. And the only way we can really do that is to have passion and put passion behind how we're setting up our presentation. So, if we're sitting there and we're like, I'm really glad you're here, and I know that your time is valuable. So my product is this, and I think this is going to be really awesome. Are you ready to get started? If we're doing that, then obviously there's no passion behind it. See, we are not selling people. We are bringing people with us. And they're only going to follow people that have passion in whatever they're doing, because passion leads to belief, leads to longevity, okay? Saying the words like, I've done my research, I've been through the product, I've been on the product, I've met the leaders, all that kind of stuff, that shows your passion, it shows your belief. So, understanding their why and gearing the presentation around their why is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is your belief and your passion in whatever you're presenting. Okay. Now, how to correctly set this up is actually called a 3-step setup, and you can. If you do this setup correctly, you will have that person's attention glued inside your presentation. I don't have time to get through that now, but you can pick it up for absolutely free at my Home Business Handbook. It's a complete home business handbook. You can have that for absolutely free at stevekrivda.com/HBH. No strings attached. Again, it's stevekrivda.com/HBH, or you can pick it up top right-hand corner of stevekrivda.com. There's a little ebook sitting right there, and you can have that for absolutely free. Appreciate you. Hope you got value. If you did, like, share, comment, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.